BOC for a job well done.
My name is Alex Dronoff. I'm the General Manager for Production for the Industrial and Special Products business in the South Pacific. It's my pleasure to introduce this fantastic project which we've just successfully completed. The project is all about the filling of medical C-size oxygen cylinders at our Rockley site here in the South Pacific. This was the trial site, first one, and the project actually came up a couple of years ago where the production manager here, Tony McMahon, saw a need to improve the manual handling and the safety on the site. So Tony planted the seed and the justification was purely safety based. We wanted to make the site safer so there was less likelihood of people hurting themselves. The current medical C-size filling process is a very manual process. We fill around 400 of these cylinders a day and there's a lot of repetitive action, so the project was comprised of 3 stages. First of all, the pallets had to be redesigned which hold these cylinders, and the operator at the moment has to pull the cylinders out, invert them, put them on the filling rack and connect them to the filling leads. That's quite a repetitive task, and if you do it 400 times a day, there are likelihoods of injuries. Now the project automates all of this, and it's done that very, very successfully, as you will see in the video. Another thing I'd like to mention is how well the project has been managed in a truly collaborative way, where, as I said, Tony planted the seed. We brainstormed the design concept that we have in place now at our production peer group meeting almost 2 years ago. Once that design concept was established, that was given to a central engineering resource to fully spec it out and work with outside consultants. And Jude Fernando was key in designing and engineering the facility, and approximately 2 to 3 weeks ago, that facility was actually commissioned by Tony and his operating team. And I'm glad to say the operators here are very happy, and there are side benefits to this. In fact, although, as I said, it was justified purely on safety grounds to reduce the likelihood of injury, we've actually seen productivity improvements, and you'll see that in the video also. And this also forms a fantastic platform for future improvements. For example, the next phase will be to install infrared temperature monitoring of the filling process, whereby when a cylinder is filled, this automatic process will sense whether or not there's a temperature increase in that cylinder, which will confirm the product, the medical oxygen, is actually going into that cylinder. So it gives us more safety and assurance that we have product in those cylinders when we send them out to hospitals and ambulances and so forth. So in conclusion, I just want to congratulate everybody for a fantastic effort and look forward to further rollout of this technology, not only in the South Pacific sites, but in the rest of the world. Thank you very much.
The C-size medical cylinder filling project started with identifying the impact that the current system was having on the BOC Limited Rockley staff. BOC had several staff with strain injuries, along with various other conditions being aggravated through the repetitive nature of the old filling system. Utilising the old method of gas filling, there was a very high level of movement to accomplish the loading and unloading process. The system was originally designed to accommodate 50 cylinders per day, but the business has expanded to process 450 cylinders a day. To address these concerns, BOC senior management selected the Rockley site as a pilot, plus a project team which consisted of Rockley management national engineers and production personnel. The team identified and targeted the following high-risk areas: time and inherent risk spent manually unloading and loading when using the tiered pallets, the high level of physical movement during the load and unload process, excess manual handling by carrying the cylinders whilst loading the filling rack, the time-consuming process of connecting each cylinder to the filling manifold, leak checking of the cylinders by hand-dipping each cylinder into a water bath, having to monitor the expected temperature changes throughout the filling process, the manual handling of the cylinders at a point of sale on the delivery vehicles. start unloading the 3-tiered pallet. Load the filling manifold. Perform the connection with the screw securing device. Open the cylinders when the loading and connection is completed. After final pressure is reached, the cylinders are closed, the manifold is blown down, and the cylinders are removed in twos. The cylinders are dipped into the water bath to leak check. The cylinders are then placed into the tiered pallet at the available tier. The operator must practice loading the new pallets onto the scissor lift. The operator moves the conveyor into the correct position for the unloading procedure to begin. The operator starts moving the cylinders onto the conveyor. The batch status tag must be used. Proceed to fill the conveyor until it's full, making sure that the pre-fill inspection is being performed appropriately. Connect the new couplings using the weighted coupling device. The batch labels are to be removed prior to filling. BOC Rockley will install infrared thermal monitoring of the expected temperature changes throughout the filling cycle. This will eliminate the subjective hand sampling of this temperature change, plus providing BOC with the statistical information to monitor the process to a greater level of detail. After filling is completed, analysis and batch labelling is performed correctly. The spray must be used and the bubbler to check for leaking seats. Start the unload process. Note the ease of movement between the pallet and the conveyor.
BOC for a job well